Hello everyone, my name is Sophia and this is my channel where I'm sharing my trading experience with you. And don't forget to put like, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss my new videos. And also, I have a closed group where I'm sharing my trading signals, and if you want to get in there, just text me a code word signal in my Telegram and I will leave the link to it in the description box. And let's start trading. Today we'll trade with you using the Parabolic SAR indicator. This indicator is a trend indicator. It was created in order to tell the trader the exit points from the position. It also suggests which trend prevails in the market. Also, using this indicator, you can determine the price reversal point and also the direction for the upcoming trend. Be sure to watch this video till the end, it will be interesting. So guys, let's start to connect this indicator. I press this button in the lower left corner. A list of indicators opens in front of us. Select Parabolic SAR, we will leave all the settings by default. We can choose any color of our indicator and also make it a little thicker. Does the Parabolic SAR indicator appear on our chart? How does this indicator works? And what is signal for opening a deal? And the signal is the moment when, for example, yellow dots begin to appear above our chart. This tells us that in the near future the price will fall. Also at this moment we can open a deal for a decrease. Similarly, the indicator works in the opposite direction. When the dots begin to appear from the bottom of our chart, this indicates that in the near future the price will rise, and at this moment we can also open deals to increase. You also can enter into a deal when several points have already appeared. It all depends on the specific market situation. Also, when the dot starts to appear at a greater distance from each other, this tells us about the strength of the upcoming movement. Also, another signal can be the moment when the points begin to approach directly to the candles themselves. This in turn tells us that a reversal will occur in the near future and those will begin to appear above our chart. And then we will be able to open downside deals again. It is best, of course, with a downtrend to wait for the points on the top of our chart and open deals for a decrease. That is to follow the trend. The situation is also with the downtrend. We wait for the points from the bottom of our chart and open deals to increase. That is according to an uptrend. Also, of course, do not forget that this indicator is an auxiliary tool of technical analysis, and this indicator, like any other indicator, has its own errors, so you should not blindly trust this indicator alone. And this indicator, like any other indicator, has its own errors, so you should not blindly trust this indicator alone. First, we conduct a technical analysis, pay attention to the support and resistance levels, as well as internal levels. Only then we take into account the hints of this indicator. So friends, let's get started and consider the first situation in the market. Here we see that there was a good and confident uptrend. The price broke through the resistance level, got into a certain range and moved in this price corridor. Also, there is another resistance level of the main one just above. At the moment there is a preload. Also pay attention to our indicator. Several points have already appeared at the bottom of our chart. This tells us that an upward movement is expected in the near future. I propose to open a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that in this situation the price is more likely to continue its upward movement and the above level will be broken. 2 minutes also is a margin, taking into account a small pro trade or a possible pullback down, after which the upward movement will surely continue, since there is a clear accumulation and compression of this level and the price is more likely to break through it. So friends, let's wait for them to follow a first deal and see what result we will get. Well, that's not bad, guys. The price really continued its upward movement and also this level was broken. We get profit. Also, this indicator suggests a good entry point and have to determine further price movements. Not a bad start. Let's continue to consider the following market situation. Here we also see that there was a good confident uptrend. There is also a resistance level here. The price touched this level and there was a pullback down. Immediately after that, the price continued its movement to our level again. The price lows are also getting higher. There is a certain compression. Also pay attention to our indicator. It tells us that an upward movement is expected in the near future. Here I propose to open a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that in this situation the price will continue its upward movement. And it is also possible that this level will be broken. 2 minutes is also with a margin, taking into account a possible pro trade or a small pullback down. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Great friends, the price continued its upward movement. There was also a pullback, but in any case we managed to close our deal in profit. 2 minutes was enough. This indicator suggested a good entry point and have to determine the further price movements. Everything is going fine. Let's continue to consider the following market situation. Here we see that there was a good downtrend, there was also a reversal from this point, and at the moment the price is confidently moving towards the resistance level. I also draw attention to our indicator, which tells us that an upward movement is expected in the near future. In this situation, I suggest opening a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that in this situation, this level is more likely to be broken through, since the price is just starting to go beyond the ASLs of our level. And also, this is the third touch of this level in a short time. The price here has a good potential to increase. I think that in the near future, there will still be an upward movement. And so, friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Great, friends, the price continued its upward movement and this level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit. 2 minutes was just enough. Also, this indicator gave us a good entry point and helped to determine further price movements. The price is really steadily moving up. Everything is going great. Let's continue. So friends, we are on the same currency pair after a while. We also see that the steady upward movement continues. I also pay attention to our indicator. It tells us again that the upward movement will also continue in the near future. We also see that the price has broken through the next internal level almost without noticing, and the main resistance level is also higher. I think that in this situation the price will still continue movement to the next level, so I suggest opening a deal here with a margin of 3 minutes to increase. The price here has a really good potential to increase and the upward movement is likely to continue. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Alright friends, it's not bad. We got into a certain pro trade, but still upward movement continued and we get profit. 3 minutes was enough. Also, this indicator gave us a good entry point and helped to determine the further price movement. I think that in this situation there will still be an upward movement, but in any case we managed to close our deal in profit here. Therefore, I propose to continue and find the next entry point in the market. Here we also see that there is a good confident wavy trend, price highs are getting lower. There is still space to reach the support level. I also pay attention to our indicator. It tells us that a downward movement is expected in the near future. In this situation, I also suggest opening a trade for 3 minutes to decrease. 3 minutes also is a margin, taking into account that a certain pro trade may occur or a slight upward pullback is possible, after which the downward movement will surely continue. I think that in this situation 3 minutes will be quite enough for us. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, that's pretty good. The price really continued its downward movement and also this level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit. This indicator suggested a good entry point. We opened a deal on a downtrend and got a great result. Everything is going well. Let's continue. We are on the same currency pair after a while. We also see that after the downtrend, the price touched the support level, after which there was an upward pullback and a reversal occurred from this point, and this price moves back to our level with fairly confident impulse red candles. I also pay attention to our indicator. It tells us that the downward movement is expected. Also, there is still space to reach the support level, and therefore I suggest opening a deal for 2 minutes for a decrease. I think that in this situation the price is more likely to continue its downward movement. 2 minutes also is a margin, taking into account a small rollback or a certain pro trade, after which the downward movement will surely continue, because recently the price has a good potential for a decline and it is approaching our level for the second time in the last couple of minutes. It is also possible that this level will be broken. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well, it's quite good. After a slight pullback up, the downward movement continued and this level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit, guys. 2 minutes was just enough, and this indicator also suggested a good entry point and helped to determine further price movements. We got here a great result. Everything is going great. Let's continue and consider the following market situation. Here we also see that there is a good downtrend. The price highs are getting lower. There is a support level at the bottom. There is still space for it. We pay attention to our indicator. It also suggests that a downward movement is already expected. In this situation, I propose to open a deal for a decrease. We will open with a margin of 3 minutes, taking into account that if some kind of pro trade suddenly occurs or a small pullback is possible, after which the downward movement is more likely to continue. We have already worked out similar situations with you today. But do not forget that everything is always repeated in trading. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Oh great friends, the price really continued its downward movement to the support level and we get profit. 3 minutes was enough, the downtrend really continued its movement to the support level. The indicator also gave us a good entry point and helped us to determine further price movements. Everything is going great. Let's continue to consider the following market situation. Here we see the resistance level. We also see that the price has already touched this level and then there was a pullback. At the moment, the price is again approaching our level with fairly good, confident and impulsive green candles. This is the second touch of this level in the last couple of minutes. Also, our indicator tells us that an upward movement is expected. I think that in this situation, the level is more likely to be broken. I propose to open a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that this time will be quite enough for us. And so friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Oh, great friends! After a small pro trade, the upward movement continued and the level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit. 2 minutes was just enough. Also, this indicator suggested a good entry point and helped to determine the further price movement. The price is moving confidently, the price has a good potential to increase. So far everything is going well, let's continue. So we are on the same currency pair after a while. We also see that after the impulse upward movement from the resistance level, there was a pullback down to our previous level, from which there was also an impulsive upward movement. The general trend of the price is going up. Price lows are getting higher. I also pay attention to our indicator. It tells us that an upward movement is expected. In this situation, I also suggest opening a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that in the near future the price will still continue its movement to this level. It is also possible that it will be broken through. The price has a really good potential to increase. I think that this time will be quite enough. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Guys, just look at this, it's great! As you can see, the price really continued its upward movement and this level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit. 2 minutes was enough. Also, this indicator suggests a good entry point and how to determine further price movements. There is a good confident uptrend. The price has an excellent potential to increase. Let's continue to consider the following market situation. Here we also see the resistance level. We also know that there was a good confident wavy trend. Price highs are getting higher, there is a certain compression. I think that in the near future the price will continue its upward movement and this level will also be broken. We pay attention to our indicator. It also tells us that an upward movement is expected and points have been forming under our chart for a long time. And since this level has not yet been broken, I suggest opening a deal to increase for 2 minutes. I think in this situation this time is quite enough. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Not bad guys, the price continued its upward movement and this level was broken. We get a gorgeous confident profit. 2 minutes was just enough. Also, this indicator gave us a good entry point and helped to determine further price movements. And the price continued its steady upward movement. Everything is going great. Let's continue to consider the following market situation. Friends, we are on the same currency pair after a while. We also see that the price continued its movement to the next resistance level, from which there was also pullback down. And after the pullback, the price continues its upward movement again as certain compression occurs. I also pay attention to our indicator. It suggests that an upward movement is expected. In this situation, I suggest opening a deal for 2 minutes to increase. I think that this level will be broken in the near future since the price also has a good potential for an increase. There is a good, powerful, confident uptrend. 2 minutes also with a margin, taking into account that certain pro trade may occur or a slight pullback down is possible, after which the upward movement will certainly continue. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well friends, not bad. We got into certain pro trade, but still we get profit. 2 minutes was enough, although this level has not yet been broken, but I think it will happen in the near future. In any case, we get profit. Also, the indicator still suggested a good entry point. Market situations are different, but it's okay. We are moving towards our goal. I already have $8,000 on deposit, so I suggest opening another last deal for today. Now I will find a suitable situation in the market and we will continue with you. So friends, here we also see that there was a good confident downtrend. There is also a level of support here. The price having touched this level rolled back up, and after a while the price continues to move towards our level again. There is still space to support level. We pay attention to our indicator. It also tells us that the downward movement is expected. Here I propose to open a deal for 2 minutes to decrease. I think that in this situation it is more likely that the price will still continue its movement to the support level, since the price has a good potential for a decline. 2 minutes also is a margin that a certain pro trade may occur or a slight upward pullback is possible, after which the downward movement will surely continue. So friends, let's wait for the end of our deal. Well friends, it's not bad. After slight pullback up, the downward movement continued. We get profit. 2 minutes was enough. The indicator also suggested a good entry point and have to determine further price movements. Although this level hasn't yet been broken, but the downward movement continued. I already have $12,000 on deposit. I propose to end this because I have fulfilled my plan for today, and this is where I finish trading and leave the market. Also, all the market situations have worked out perfectly and we get a great result. This indicator also suggested a good entry point and helped to determine further price movements. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something new today about Parabolic SAR indicator. And also, if you want to join my closed group about trading signals, just text me a code word signal and I will add you to that group. The link to my Telegram will be in the description box. See you next time.